Oh man, I met my fiance on a telephone dating app, and I'm guessing by the look of this crowd, we don't have a lot of telephone dating app dates in the room tonight. You guys are just far enough away from society that I bet that stuff doesn't work too good. Right, you guys, this seems like a town small enough where you don't really need Tinder because you got a yearbook, right? You know, you just look and see whose face doesn't have an X over it. Just like looking out the window, be like, is that Earl? Did I fuck him yet? Oh, he's game, let's go. There you go, tag him back, that buck. So you guys probably, a lot of you don't know, you probably heard of Tinder, right? So let me explain to you guys that never had to deal with what Tinder's like, okay? This is what matching up someone on Tinder is like, okay? So to match on someone with Tinder is like finding a piece of pizza in the garbage that has no bites out of it. Right? You can just take that pizza up, you can walk back to your table and all they think is, Josh loves pizza. They would be like, oh, that pizza's gross. I bet it's got kids. No, I met my fiance on an app called Bumble. And the conceit with Bumble is that, ladies, when you match a man on Bumble, you got 24 hours to message him or the connection disappears, right? And that's important to me because as a guy with all his own teeth that can read and a job in Spokane, I know my worth. Yeah, right, like I might be a Seattle 4, but I'm a Spokaneer to 909, right? These are all my teeth, right? Real teeth, no veneers. So I met this lady, we're dating sober, engaged sober, and it's really cool. Because she's got a kid. I always wanted a kid, but like we talked about earlier, I was too busy being an alcoholic to have one. So now I'm getting to rent to own a child, and it's awesome. You know what I mean? I'm like kicking the tires before I put my name on it, see if it's something I want. And it's cool for me because his dad wasn't really part of the picture, so he didn't really know what growing up with dudes is like. He doesn't know what that's like. So he's had to learn a lot about what it's like living with dudes. So he's had to learn like, you better knock when you're coming in the bedroom, big dog. Right? That's the one place I can be naked and it ain't a crime, right? You don't want to see that acorn in a pile of leaves. That's just some gross old man stuff. Right? And you also learned that like if you're in your room on your Xbox, you hear what sounds like a bear and a hyena fighting over a butter churn full of grape jelly. Better leave that alone. Right? Because that ain't pornography. That's real American fucking going on there. Right? A lot of moisture, a lot of slurping and slapping noises. That's onomatopoetic. You're not going to get a lot of those kind of jokes here tonight. But I don't want you guys to think that he's the only one learning. I'm learning about myself. A couple months into living with my partner, I got up in the middle of the night, or I got up in the morning, and if you've lived with someone long enough, you've had this experience. I got up in the morning, she's looking at me, and I was already in trouble. Right? I was in trouble in the morning for something I had done in her dreams. You guys know that one, right? So I'm looking at her, and I'm like, oh, did I have sex with your sister, or did I punch you? Like, what did I do in the dream? And she looks at me and she goes, hey, you remember trying to fuck the shit out of my thigh last night? And like, I've done a lot of stuff in my life, but I think that would stick out, right? Let's try and put a wiener somewhere does a wiener go, you know? Like, so I was like, no, I don't remember that. She's like, well, it happened. So, what we learned that night, you guys can verify this tonight on Google, is that some people are sleepwalkers. Other people are what I am. It's called a sexsomniac, or in our house we call it a sleep humper.